Hey Friendswood High School Varsity, today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to style your hair for the 2019 Winterguard season. Let's get started. So we only have one hairstyle for Varsity, but you can choose where you want to part your hair. So I like to part my hair on this side. My hair is parted a little bit harder right now, so let me find my natural part. And you want to make sure your part is straight, whatever side you choose, or if you choose in the middle. So that's where my part is going to be. So I'm going to start with the bigger section of my hair. And we're going to take a pretty decent sized section just because we want this hairstyle to be nice and tight and it to be held back really securely. So I'm going to pull this hair really tight, make sure that I don't have any flyaways or anything, but we'll also be able to secure those down later on. And we're going to start by twisting the hair. And you want to twist it at a down 45-degree angle. I like to kind of just help push that hair underneath a little bit more. And then you can either have a friend hold one side while you twist the other, or you can just hold it yourself. So I don't have a friend right now, I'm going to hold it myself. Now I'm going to take this section of hair, have a few less hands to make that nice and tight. But for this one still, you want to twist it down at a 45-degree angle, and this side's obviously going to be a little bit smaller than this side. Once you have those two twisted together, you're going to pull them together in the back, and you're going to use a small hair elastic. Once you grab those two together in the back, you're going to get a small little hair elastic to tie them together securely. And these are going to sit a little bit lower on your head. Make sure you pull that nice and tight. Once you have that hair pulled back, just make sure everything is nice and smooth along the top. That hair is secure. For the next step, you're going to part your hair into two equal sections in the back. Let me show you guys what that's going to look like. Once you have those two separated, you're going to use either a hair elastic or a regular rubber band to secure it tightly to your head. You want to make sure that this isn't going to fall out. So for those of you who have a lot more hair, you're going to want to use a hair elastic. I'm sorry, a hair tie. So here is one section tied off. Let me show you guys how to do the other. I forgot to mention what I'm showing you from this point on is for longer hair. I have an easier one for shorter hair, and we'll do that one second. So for the longer hair, we're going to be parting this into even more sections, and we're going to be rolling our hair, and it's going to look like we have little curls pinned to our head on the back. So what you want to do with these is take a decent sized section of hair, whatever is the easiest size for you to work with. So I have pretty thick hair, so I need to be careful about the size that I'm using. And you're just going to roll it around your finger until you get something like this. Then you're going to use your bobby pins and you're going to pin these down to your head, and you're going to cover up all of the hair ties that we have. Let me show you guys how I want this pinned down. If this is the curl, you want to pin it to your scalp like this and not flat like this. We want a little bit more volume with the curl like this. So you can see that it's sticking up out. I just have the side pinned down, and we're gonna go ahead and do this with all of our hair. Another thing, you wanna make sure you keep this to the back of the hair. We don't want it coming around the sides. With this hairstyle, you're working blindly, so you're gonna have a lot of pieces hanging out like this. So that's when you're just gonna go in and pin all of those down so you have your hair secure, that you can dance and you can spin and not feel like anything's gonna come off. But this is supposed to look a little messier, so don't be worried too much if it's not looking perfect. So this is what the hair looks like all pinned up. Once you have that hair nice and secure, You really need to make sure it's secure so you feel comfortable spinning and dancing and know that it's not going to come out. Next, we're going to do the finishing touches. We're going to smooth back this hair here and we'll be done. Once you have that hair nice and slicked down, make sure that you bobby pin down any loose hairs that you need to, but this is it for the hairstyle for long hair. Now we're gonna backtrack a little bit and I'll show you how to tuck it in for short hair. Of course, short hair people can do it this way if they like, it's your choosing, but there's a little bit of an easier way for short haired people because you might not have enough hair to cover this surface area that you're needed for this type. So let's get started with the shorter hair. For the shorter hairstyle, you're just gonna have your hair secured half up, half down like this with one elastic, and the rest of the hair is going to be out. You're gonna take the remaining hair you have down here. For me, I'm gonna need to tie the end with an elastic so I can securely tuck it in. My hair is just a tiny bit too long for this and a little bit too thick, but if you have less hair, you have thinner hair, it's going to be easy just to tuck right in here. Make sure it's nice and secure in there. You're going to use bobby pins to really hold that hair down. So luckily I have that elastic in there, and that's going to give me a way to secure this to the back of my head. You also want to make sure you're only securing the top part so we have some nice volume to this hair. Here, I just added a bobby pin to try and hold down a little bit of that side so it wouldn't stick out as much. I'm going to repeat the same thing on this side. I think I had one weird little piece of hair sticking out, so you really want to make sure this looks nice and smooth. Definitely you cannot do this if you have a little bit more hair or thicker hair. I'm just going to roll with the punches on this one, but just make sure that it's nice and smooth and it looks really put together and neat. Once you're done securing all of your hair down, you're going to spray down your little baby hairs. I had kind of already previously done this. Make sure you don't have any hair sticking up in the back. And then I'm also gonna add hairspray to this in the back to really smooth it down and to make it look nice. This is the completed hairstyle for short hair. That's going to be it for this hair tutorial today. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section down below, or I will leave my email in the description box down below and you can shoot me a quick email with any questions. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was helpful and I hope you have an amazing start to your season.